Greetings to everyone. Welcome all. So today we are going to discuss about another pollution that is about soil pollution. So we are going to discuss all these points in that is definition, causes, effects, then preventions, then loss and examples of soil pollution. Okay. Then first coming to definition of soil pollution. So, soil pollution is the contamination of soil with harmful substances that can affect the quality of the soil and health of those living on it. Then, what are the different causes of soil pollution? That is use of chemicals. So, first it is usage of chemicals, which includes pesticides, insecticides, and fertilizers on different crops. Right? Then excessive use of these chemicals increases the salinity of the soil, and it adversely affects the microorganisms present in it, causing soil to lose its fertility. Right? So it results in loss of minerals also present in the soil. Then causes of soil pollution it is continued, and then salty water. So use of water with high salinity also causes soil pollution. So salt present in water accumulates at the top layer of the soil. Right? So if this salty water is present, it becomes a studying growth of the crops. That means it is not increasing. The crop growth is not steady. Okay? Then causes of soil pollution, that is urban waste. So urban waste also increases the rate of soil pollution. That is domestic and commercial waste, that is garbage, rubbish material like papers, fibers, plastics, glasses, bottles, right? Dried sludge of sewage. So as this rainwater runs from top of this uncovered garbage, this causes soil pollution. Then industrial waste, right? So all the rejected materials like calcium carbonate, magnesium, sulfate, all these are poured on the surface of the soil. So this industrial waste dumped over the soil surface by almost all industries, which causes toxicity of the soil. Then coming to the radioactive waste. So this radioactive waste generated from the nuclear power plants, okay, they get deposited on the top of the soil and emits gamma radiations, which are very, very toxic. Right? So examples given are strontium 90, iodine 131, barium 130. So the storage and disposal of the radioactive waste should be very, very careful, right? So then acid rains. So this acid rains are already we discussed in air pollution, right? So it is caused by air pollution, and the acid water, where does it fall? On the soil, right? So on the soil and pollutes it by making the soil acidic in nature. So it loses its nutrients due to high solubility in acidic water. Okay? Then dumping of solid waste. So we know about the solid waste which is being dumped in the soil, right? Then landfills, right? So landfills are caused, that is discarded solid material from commercial industry and agricultural operation. Right? Then these degrades the appearance of an area and pollute the soil. Then loss in variety of microorganisms due to change in the genetic makeup of soil. Certain animals die, loss of supply of food chain, then imbalance in the food chain takes place. So this causes effects on microorganisms. So now coming to the effects of soil pollution, that is first on microorganisms. When the soil is highly acidic or highly alkaline in nature, some of the microorganisms they cannot sustain its pH level and they get uh, imbalanced in the food chain. So we all know about food chain, right? Studied in our first unit about ecosystems. Then effect on soil. So soil fertility is lost. Then there is decrease in the soil rate. Then it results in loss of nutrients present in the soil. Right? Then effect on bioaccumulation. That is, Plants. So plants are grown. Plants generally they need soil. Right? So grown in polluted soil absorbs molecules of the pollutants also. So these get accumulated in plants. Then in animals, by eating these polluted plants, animals take on all the pollution. So you know about biomagnification and bioaccumulation, right? So that is taking place here. And by eating such plants or animals, large amounts of pollutants may cause poisoning in human body. Then, in effects of soil pollution, we have organ damage also. There is presence of heavy metals in the soil, which causes high concentrations of lead and mercury, leads to irreversible developmental damage in children generally. Then they cause damage to the developing brains of young children, leads to neurological problems, may suffer from kidney or liver damage also. Then economic loss, that is, they cause economic damage, right? So soil with heavy metals is not used to grow grains. Then grains are often polluted, which grow in the soil, which cannot be consumed. And farmers are hence in great loss. Then effect on photosynthesis, that is, disrupts the soil chemistry, reduces plants' ability to take up nutrients and undergo photosynthesis. Then we have effect on human health, that is, hazards 90% of soil pollution and health on human living on it. There is a example given here, that is, residents of Chembur, Govandi, Mankhurd, and Shivaji Nagar, they get more affected by the soil pollution than smoke affecting the asthma patients. Then effects on industrial waste. So they destroy the bacteria and beneficial microorganisms present in the soil. Then the compounds accumulated in the soil for a long time destroy the living organisms. Then products such as synthetic fiber, plastic produce toxic vapor. Then all these effects became to me. Then how to prevent the soil pollution? So we can reduce the use of pesticides, insecticides, and fungicides. Then overuse of these chemicals leads to soil pollution. Then manures and biofertilizers like rhizobium can be used to increase the fertility of the soil. So many microbial bacteria also increase. Rhizobium, we have used this where in the nitrogen cycle. Right? So it increases the uh, fertility of the soil. Then, sorry. Waste should be disposed of properly to avoid pollution. Then acid and alkaline waste should be neutralized before they are disposed of so that they cannot contaminate the soil. Then biodegradable waste should be broken down before disposing it. So then proper disposal of industrial waste, waste reduction techniques, then recycling, then reforestation, that is planting more trees, animal waste to be used as manure. Okay. Now swine manure compost for use as fertilizer. Okay, they are using it now. So all these can prevent soil pollution. That is 3 R's, all of you know: reduce, reuse, and recycle. So recycling of paper, then reuse of plastic waste, and reduce the toxic waste. Then proper waste disposal at home, that is dry waste and wet waste should be separated. Okay. Then there is preventive measures taken by the government also. So certain laws are being imposed. Okay. We can create awareness by holding marathons, beach cleanups, and also raising the posters. Okay. Then reduce the use of plastics. Right. The vendors can keep dustbins outside their shops for the waste to be discarded. So stop waiting for things to happen. Go out and make them happen. So Green India is Clean India. Right? So this is about our soil pollution. So I hope you have understood the soil pollution. Right? So Everyone is responsible for the country, right? In maintaining the Swachh Bharat, right? Campaign. That is in the green India is nothing but clean India. So everyone should take the responsibility, right? So this is about our soil pollution. In next class, we'll discuss about municipal solid waste management. How or what is the effect of climate, okay, and then ozone depletions, right? Okay, thank you.